So we're here. Kim Alaska's here. What's the name of the show?
It's the Newlyweds, the first year.
First year.
Yes.
First year.
We have some first year folks here.
I'm a 1 year on Sunday.
Oh,
Nice.
Congratulations.
Congratulations.
Oh,
Nice.
that's awesome.
Sunday,
That's awesome.
And you,
What
Rosenberg?
about you?
Newly divorced, unfortunately.
Oh, it didn't work out?
Yeah, no, it was a good run.
Listen, we don't have time for your shenanigans.
Sorry,
We're
I was
focused on
married
Kim
September
Alaska.
2nd, so 8
9
months.
months?
8 months. yeah.
no.
They should be
So
recording
it's
you
really-
like right now.
Absolutely.
Yeah, season 2.
Holler at me, you know what I'm saying? I'm gonna talk.
How long y'all was together before you got married?
We dated for 5
5
years.
years.
5 years, okay.
Yeah, so it was a
See, I
long
don't
time.
trust those.
Why?
Like,
You
you,
don't
like
trust
you know
the
when you watch
fu-
the Newlywed Game,
Right.
and they're like, oh, we're Newlyweds, we just got married, but they know each other for 10 years.
But we
know-
didn't live together, though. That's what you have to understand.
At all?
No,
Nah.
we didn't live together.
You
Yeah.
crazy.
I mean,
So when did you guys start living together? After he
After we
proposed?
got married.
After we got married.
Oh.
Is that a religious decision or?
I mean, it's influenced by that. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying? It's
for
just
sure.
Culture. I'm West Indian.
Definitely.
You know, grew up in a Christian household, so
It was in the same thing with me, too.
kinda stuck through.
But
So
for me,
literally-
it was more of an independent thing. Like, I had my own girls, my own movement. So I
Right.
just love being by myself, you know?
I was never pressed to move in. She wasn't either. Like,
Yeah.
I was no curfew.
Well, really quick before you're
No curfew.
gonna go there, you guys are saying it, but your lifestyles kind of are such where you both travel a lot. You
Yes.
manage Bridget Kelly. You're from New York.
Right.
You know, you're on the scene moving around. You
Yep,
do
native.
fashion styling.
Right.
And you're
Yes.
on the scene moving around. So was it easier because of that?
That's the dope part
Yes.
because we all party together, we roll together, we travel together, we meet up in different cities. Like, we keep it like spontaneous at all
like it.
times. You know
Yeah.
what I mean? So it's
that's my
always
dream.
fresh.
And most of our circles interact. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? So I wasn't a person that was no knock, but like doing the 9 to 5, and I'm a nurse and I'm going to school where I didn't understand the type of industry we were in. So
Right.
it complemented each other at the same time.
And we
That's
kind of
sexy.
came into the game together as well.
I got concerns.
Uh-oh.
Go ahead,
I
Rosemary.
got concerns. Well, I mean, that all sounds good, and it's nice.
course.
You know what I'm saying? You should enjoy it.
Right?
But there will be a time when things slow on down. Maybe you guys decide to have a family,
Right.
right? And you're gonna have to stop for a second. Not hotel, not hanging out at the Mondrian and going to Philippe Chow.
Right.
You're just gonna be sitting in your
Oh,
house.
we can still do Philippe Chow.
You can still get Philippe. Maybe it'll take out. But no, on a serious note, it does. I respect what you did. I respect that you guys decided not to rush into living together. I think that's a great decision. I think all that stuff's great. But there is a different level of relationship challenges that can begin when life slows down. How about that?
Absolutely.
We actually talk about that a lot.
And
It's
that's a
funny you brought
big
that
thing.
up.
Like, I think if you can make it through all the BS we've been going through,
Right.
life slowing down is not gonna affect us like that.
I mean, you have to
agree.
understand, even with the dating for 5 years, it wasn't all bliss, you know? So our careers
bliss
at
now.
different times he was doing really good, and I was like kind of stagnant and it was slow, and I was in between agencies and vice versa. When I was just touring and doing a whole lot of stuff, he was just kind of in between different labels and different things and management. So we both had the taste of, well, when I'm popping or whatever, then, you know, why are you not seeing me? Why are we not dating? Why are we not doing things? And it caused attention, but we kind of got over it. So.
Now, Alaska, I heard you just say it's not bliss now.
Right? I mean, it's not all bliss now. I'm saying.
Speak on that, bro.
I'm saying it's
You know-
never gonna be all bliss. I always tell my friends, everybody's like, it's not perfect. Like, marriage ain't supposed to be because two people perfectly got together. You know what I mean?
Don't you
Like,
find that question hard to answer when people go? Because obviously a very common question is,
Right.
I get it. I got it all week when I was just out in LA. How's married life?
Right.
All the time.
And I'm like,
it's life, man.
I don't know. I was like, I mean, yeah, it's life.
Right.
I love my wife passionately.
yeah, right.
But sometimes I
And-
want to kill her.
Yeah, and things are great. And some days the week before I went away, we kept having those times. You know when you're not about to see each other for a little bit?
Right.
Yeah.
So you're trying to spend time.
Right.
But we were having one of those times where we just weren't getting along.
Right.
So we were forcing hanging out every night. It's like, let's just sit here then. Let's just be mad next to each other because I
Right.
got to leave town tomorrow.
Right.
Yeah.
We eating dinner. No one's saying nothing
Those
to each
happen.
other.
He's
Yeah,
like, I
it's
gotta go to the
life.
studio. Nigga, no, you don't. No studio
Yeah,
today.
talk that talk, Kim. Because
I'm
I
rolling to the studio.
And then
I
she
see
fall-
Alaska in the
Then she-
studio,
you
and then
see
Kim will
without
roll
her,
up.
though.
No,
I
but
will-
she'll
I will
roll up
roll
though.
up.
Every
She'll
one-
roll on you,
once in the
son.
blue.
Once in a blue.
Or
once
she
in
might
a
fall
blue.
asleep in the car. So
Whatever. I'm there in spirit.
So what made you guys decide to do a reality show though? It's hard enough being in a relationship, being married the first year, but then having cameras in your face and everybody judging
Yeah,
you.
you got cameras in your face the first year, which is supposed to be the hardest.
The hardest
Right.
year, exactly. It's funny when we were approached by a friend of ours. I thought it was like a David Tutor kind of thing, like, oh, we're gonna follow your wedding and how you guys met.
And I
so
said no, like,
it was
10
more of a
times.
fairy tale thing. I thought it was like a we kind of thing. And once we spoke to the producers, I guess,
Right.
they got more into it. They were like, listen, you guys are really intriguing. You know, we just want to dive a little bit deeper into your lives. And we were like, all right, cool. We didn't understand the capacity of it until we were like invaded by Bravo.
Right.
They like the lights,
Yo,
the
they came in, it
cameras,
was
the
lights,
mics.
more
I'm
than this
thinking
right
one
here.
camera. I'm thinking this kind of thing.
Right.
When the whole thing started, I was like, Toto, we are not
Fan loads of
in
Word.
Kansas anymore. Like, it was real deal. And they were flies on the wall, so it wasn't really directed and guided. I don't know how other shows are, but
Yeah,
they
you do.
literally just
We know.
yeah, we do know. We see the behind the scenes, but they were just there in silence. And I'm like, all right.
So wait, they would just be at your house when you wake up, when you're having dinner,
I
brushing
mean,
your
to
teeth.
schedule it,
They'll-
like,
Wait, they didn't storyline it though.
nah.
No.
Like, we'd be like, all right, 8 o'clock call time. We
Yeah.
get in like at 5 in the morning.
Yes.
And it was like, yo, they knock on that door.
The
it's
trucks
like,
are rolling up.
Filled up. I was like,
Lights, camera, and I'm like, okay, so
Right.
there's definitely not enough time to beat my face or even fix the hair. Like, they were just there all the time.
So would you tell them, hey, this is what we have going on today? And they'd be like, okay, cool.
Yeah.
As opposed to a lot of reality shows, I won't name names.
Oh,
nah, 100%. They would ask what
They
our
would ask-
schedule is, what the plan
Wait,
is.
bro.
Uh-oh.
Shall we continue?
they are so crazy.
So they just let it really follow your lives
Yeah.
instead
They
of
follow
making
our
up a
lives.
life for you.
Yeah.
Yeah,
And there's
pretty
certain
much.
things we couldn't let them into. Like,
we had to we had to keep
Right.
some privacy.
Like
Like
privacy.
what? Like what? Like what? Like what?
I mean, yeah.
Well, I can tell you for one, on a professional tip, they were just geeked that I worked with celebrities, so they wanted to be in the fittings, they wanted to be at the red carpets, they wanted to do that. And
Right.
for Alaska and I, we're very private when it comes to that, and
And
we
a
just
lot of
didn't
our
want to
clients
be.
are private as well. So.
Yeah,
Right,
you know
right.
what I mean. I'm like, no, you're not coming to the Queen's house.
Well,
Like,
I know you guys and we're friends, but I have to treat you like I would any guest.
Right.
Don't try to skip over the sex part
okay.
That
because
just-
I know you guys
we
have
never
to keep
skip
that
that.
private.
No,
'Cause
we-
I know when you
I mean,
say,
you
oh,
talk
we have to
about
keep
porn.
some stuff private, I'm immediately
I'm
like,
saying this
whoa.
is Bravo. It's not porn. Like, you know what I mean? Like, they're not going to
Yeah.
cover us having sex.
But they had y'all in the bed, right? At all?
I mean,
they did.
little
But it's
cuddle
having
time?
It was a little-
it was called Pillow Talk. It's so funny.
yeah, that was the most
Um,
uncomfortable part. I mean, for
hell
me,
yeah.
100%.
What was it? What do you mean it's called Pillow Talk? That's a segment on the show, or that's what they would call it to you guys?
That's what they would
Segment
call
of
it
the
to us.
Okay.
It's not segment talk?
Well, it's not really a segment.
I may be right.
It's a
You'll see
part
what-
that happens,
A
but
part
they'd
that
say we
happened,
need that.
and they filmed us in the bed together, and all the couples you'll see, and they're just talking about everything. Pillow Talk. So it's about sex, it's about kids, it's about everything.
Bills, whatever.
Bills,
Those late night conversations.
late
Right,
night conversations,
right.
basically. So that happened.
What about
on
the
show.
early morning ones where it's like, boy, before you kiss me, you better go in that bathroom and brush your teeth?
Yo,
Now,
one of
the
our
morning-
couples, Blair, was saying that too on the last
Yeah,
episode.
we don't have morning conversation. More like,
No, it's more morning sex than morning
Yeah.
conversation.
you know,
Ow.
you got a late night, you're tired, you get home, go to sleep, but you wake up, you're like, dang, I forgot to do that. Let me get this in right quick. It was more like,
Oh, you know
that.
what?
Let me clear my mind
Right?
real quick.
Let me start my day right, you know?
You know what? You do know
It's
married
awkward.
life. He said some real married life thing. You get home, it's too late. You're
Yes.
tired.
Word
He's
up.
out.
In the
thing
morning,
is-
how about morning?
Because
How
we
about
know, we got it tomorrow.
Right, we
So
live
I'm not
together.
rushed for tonight. Right.
Yeah.
I'm a hopeless romantic. I need to know how he proposed.
Oh my God! I
was a
really want
movie.
you guys to tune into
It was
the
a
first
movie.
episode. It was great. I was planning his 30th birthday party, surprise birthday party at a bowling alley. We had a whole bowling
Rat Pack
Rat
theme.
Pack marathon, and I was gathering everybody to say thank you for coming out. We're about to bring out the cake. Alaska tells a speech, and he's just like, if you guys don't know Kim, she goes super hard for me, and I have to return the favor. And he was just like, Kim has left most girls that want a Chanel bag. Kim's the type that wants a Chanel book bag, and most girls that want a white diamond ring. Kim's the type that want a black diamond.
Which I see. I see the black diamond.
Thank you. I was like, yeah, I do. So he was like, in return, I got her a black diamond. Kim, will you marry me? And
She
literally
passed out like she had the Holy Ghost.
Bridget caught me actually. I
Bridget
fell in
caught
the
her, right.
lane.
She was
and-
crying. It's like church, yo. Like, I was
It
like,
was.
God
They
damn.
were fanning me. They were like, Kim.
But how'd you know to do that if it was a surprise? Or you were gonna do it anyway on your birthday?
I always plan to do it on my birthday. Yeah.
Also, it worked out.
Wait. So the surprise party, you knew you were doing something with her, so you had the ring in your pocket regardless.
The thing is, she's thrown a surprise birthday party for me for the past like
Five,
6
6
years.
years. Yeah.
Yo, she drops hints all the time. She be
It's not a surprise,
right.
Kim. He
I'm
knows
like, yo,
it's
stop
happening.
trying to surprise me. I'm not
Alas.
surprised.
You don't know what I'm doing.
And
That's
he
what
doesn't
I'm
know the
doing.
theme, but in a 2-week window, somewhere around his birthday, there's
Right.
gonna be something he doesn't know
Right.
about, and he
Right.
which means he already knows.
Right. Pay attention to details.
But you ended up surprising her.
Yeah. Oh my God. And my friend, she was just like, she recorded the whole thing, even with the ring shopping and everything.
Yeah.
So I thought that was pretty cool.
What do you think makes people ask this all the time, and I don't have a good time. I don't do a good job putting it to words, but what do you think makes marriage more challenging than just being together?
because there's no out, man. Like, we don't believe in divorce.
Yes.
You know, that's her favorite.
That's my whole motto.
quote.
Divorce is not an
Right.
option.
I'm with you.
Yeah, me
I
too.
mean, and growing up in my
Not an
household, like my parents used to bang heads. They used to go at it,
Mm-hmm.
but they never divorced. Like my dad would sleep in the living room, my mom would be in the room, happened for 2-3 months straight.
And I think
They
one
go
of
to
the
church, it look like they still happy together. It's like, yo,
And
they
then-
work on it and they fix it. So I think dating, it's like, yo, when I'm out, I'm out.
right.
But in a relationship, I mean, being married, if I try and be out, she might kill me.
Yes.
Or 2, I don't believe in that. So she's like, yes, the
oh,
nigga
thoroughly.
is dead.
You know, I don't have a problem flexing my. It's so funny because on the show or whatever, they were like, you keep saying this submissive thing,
Right.
and Alaska's the powerful tyrant husband, and I'm like, anyone that knows us is that I stand alone. I have my own identity,
Right.
and then you know what? When I have to bang my chest too, like King Kong, he would fall in line and be like, all right,
Ooh.
cool, not fall in line. Let me
See
not
that?
say that.
Disrespectful.
But
Disrespect.
Because of this.
he would let me go off a little bit, and I just want to let people know
Are
that.
you guys seeing this?
Seeing what?
Y'all watching this?
What?
She's saying I bang my chest.
Right.
She's saying put him in line.
Right.
He kind of gave this like, yeah, all right,
So she's
laugh.
like-
No, I
then
right.
goes, it's only because of this that she's basically able to say that to
well,
me.
the thing
right?
is,
true,
I
though.
do. It is true.
Yo, when we was
It is
dating,
true.
nah, I wouldn't take any of
Alaska,
that.
exactly. But
But
he's like, now
now-
she's the wife. He's like, all right, you know.
I'm gonna choose my battles. Is what it is at the end of the day.
Yeah, absolutely. And I think that's what the difference is
Teach
with
us.
marriage.
You
Back
learn
to
it,
what you
see?
were
I'm
saying.
trying
You
to
gonna
learn
learn
that.
today.
I'm gonna
I'm
taking
gonna
notes.
learn.
But you know
Hold on,
what
you
I
know-
love about Alaska is not an ego thing. So if I have to step up and say anything, he never feels that it's challenging him or his
Oh,
authority.
yes, he does.
No. It's the context. It's how I
Right.
say it. It's not what I
Absolutely.
say.
Very true.
So even if I have a problem and I'm like, hey, can you step to the side so we could talk?
Now you clean. We clean.
he
now.
Clean.
But-
When you
yeah.
do that in the midst of
in the
this,
midst of
Nah.
people,
nah, I
then
gotta
it's
beat
an
my
issue.
chest. We beating chest.
Then it is ego.
Right.
Because that's a man thing off
Ego
top.
always, yo,
I get
A
it.
man thing off top is how you say it, when you say it.
100%.
Yes.
Yep.
But
Off
You
top.
feel me?
you have to admit when you're wrong.
Yep.
And I think a lot of men don't do that.
I think there's men that are uncomfortable with
Right.
that. I've
Yeah.
definitely-
Yo, I had to
that's
learn
never
that.
been one of my issues. But how you say it, when you say it,
I agree.
Nah, yo, that was an issue for me my whole life. I just started learning that a couple of years ago. It's like, yo, ain't nothing wrong with being wrong.
No, not
Like-
at all.
We'd have to disagree with you, Ebro.
Yeah, we're
You
gonna-
definitely
Right. I've never heard you say
don't
you was
admit
wrong
when you're
before.
wrong.
no.
Yeah.
And I know
y'all-
you outside of this.
And
you
you-
never said you was wrong
No,
before.
he always says he's wrong. What are you talking about?
No, I'm fine with being wrong unless I'm
When are
right.
you wrong?
Which is all the time.
And at work,
Right.
and
sound like him.
unfortunately,
I'm
We're
in-
right majority of the
no,
time.
no. Unfortunately, in this scenario, I'm always right.
Often right. But because of your title, you're always right.
No, but that's what I meant.
Oh, because you're boss.
Not just this
Whereas in a
scenario.
relationship-
This scenario.
Right,
So when it's
right.
really time to flex and somebody's got to zone out,
like,
I
nigga,
zone
I'm
the
right.
fuck out.
Right.
You know what it is? But it's not that he's always right. It's not that you're always right. It's just that you have last call. That
Well,
doesn't
then that-
necessarily
and
make
then
you
there's that.
right.
Well, so last call makes you right though, but in a relationship you don't get. You have to decide on last
You know
call.
what?
Absolutely.
I'm rolling Ebro because that's my background too. Like, if you have the final say so,
That's what's right.
and then it pans out, that means you're
I
right.
Oh,
disagree.
Sometimes it doesn't pan out.
I let you
But no one
think.
says anything.
I don't even. I stop
Oh,
after.
let the woman talk.
I stop after a certain point. Like you keep talking, you talk. You need to have
No.
the last word.
First of all, you don't
I'm
stop.
okay.
You don't stop. Cut it out.
We got
Don't do
gold.
that.
We got gold.
Don't do that though.
What?
You got
don't
the finger
stop.
up.
You
I don't what.
If we're going back and forth,
No,
you
no,
don't
but let
stop.
me finish.
I'm gonna stop. I'm like, yo, Kim, let me drop this right now.
But let me finish though.
before I go somewhere I don't want to go.
But let me finish though.
And then she
So-
goes like this, then she does this right here.
She does what we're about to say.
But
But
let
I
me
was
finish though.
wasn't Kate.
But let me
Wasn't I
finish though.
talking?
You were
Kim.
talking.
Thank
You
you.
were.
Yo,
She was
Kim.
talking.
I was talking and I was interrupted. So
But
back to
we're
what I
just
was
trying to
saying.
show them the dynamics of you know when to back down and I know when to back down.
Okay, but I still didn't.
No
finish,
one's backing
though.
down.
She's not backing down, though, right? So I'm gonna let you speak.
Yeah, you guys got it on lock. No problem.
Right, go ahead.
I forgot my train. of
Perfect.
thought.
Thank you guys. When is the show?
Yo, you gotta check them out on Bravo.